when my fiancée, Amelia, told me she needed to talk about something serious. I didn't expect the ground to shift beneath me. We were in our favorite cafe, just months from walking down the aisle. I figured she wanted to talk about wedding details, maybe the guest list or honeymoon destinations. But then she met my gaze and said, "I'm keeping my ex's last name after we get married." I stared at her, confused. "Wait, what? You're not taking mine." I tried to make it sound like a joke, hoping she'd smile and say she was kidding. But she didn't laugh. She stirred her coffee slowly, looking down, and replied, "It's not about you. I just prefer how Amelia Cross sounds over Amelia Perkins." That hit harder than I expected. Her ex, Brian Cross, wasn't just a memory. He was a painful chapter. Rich, smooth, and unfaithful. He'd hurt her deeply, left her broken. I'd spent the past 2 years helping her piece herself back together. I'd seen the worst of her pain, been there during the meltdowns and the moments of doubt. And now, she wanted to carry his name into our future. "I don't get it," I said. "Is this some kind of test?" She shook her head. "It's not about him. It's my career, my identity. People know me as Amelia Cross. I've built a reputation with that name. Changing it now would cause confusion. I try to offer compromises. What about your maiden name? Or maybe a hyphen?" But she didn't budge. "I've grown used to it. It's just who I am now," she insisted. It stopped feeling like a conversation about a name. It started feeling like she hadn't truly let go, like Brian still lived in her world, even if only through the identity she refused to shed. I didn't say much then. I stayed calm, but inside I was spiraling. When I got home, I sat in silence, trying to wrap my head around it. I told myself it was just a name, that love was more than a surname. But the more I sat with it, the more it gnawed at me. It wasn't about ego. It was about what that name symbolized. The next morning, I tried again. "Amelia, I need you to really hear me. This hurts. I'm going to be your husband, yet you want to walk into our marriage with his name. How can that feel right?" She sighed. "You're overthinking. It's not that deep." That was the moment I realized she didn't get it, or didn't want to. I wasn't asking her to erase her past. I was asking her to commit to our future. But to her, I was making a big deal out of nothing. In the days that followed, I started noticing more things. Her Instagram still had old photos of them. She still wore a bracelet he'd given her. When I gently mentioned any of it, she dismissed me like I was just being sensitive. Maybe I was. But wouldn't anyone in my shoes feel the same? I talked to my brother about it. He didn't sugarcoat it. "You're trying to marry someone who's still living in another man's shadow." That hit hard, but it was the clarity I needed. I knew what I had to do. I sat Amelia down one last time, told her calmly, respectfully, that I couldn't marry her if she insisted on keeping that name. Not because I wanted to control her, but because I needed to feel like her husband, not her replacement. I deserved to be chosen completely. She didn't take it well. Said I was being possessive, that I didn't trust her. I tried to explain that this wasn't about ownership. It was about feeling like I mattered enough to be the name she wanted to carry forward. 2 weeks later, the wedding was off. At first, it felt like a punch to the gut. I was hurt, embarrassed, confused. But over time, the weight began to lift. I realized I was free. Free from constantly trying to measure up to the man she claimed to hate, but still kept close in ways that mattered. I later heard she started dating someone new. Still goes by Amelia Cross. I don't wish her harm. I hope she finds what she's looking for. As for me, I've learned something valuable. Love isn't just about passion or loyalty. It's about being truly chosen, wholly, freely, without shadows from the past hanging between two people trying to build a future.